Sometimes I just get so annoyed by the little frustrations of life. Do you find yourself getting the same way sometimes? For instance, like maybe the internet goes down and I'm like, ah! Or ink in my ink cartridge for the printer all of a sudden is out and I needed to print something really important and I'm like, super frustrated. Or here's my topper. Oh, the one that just drives me bonkers is if I have to get on the phone with the insurance company or the cable company or the phone company and argue a bill. Oh my gosh, is there anything more frustrating? And here's what I want to share. Sometimes in the middle of that moment where we're really frustrated, our husband walks by or our child walks by and they unintentionally encounter our wrath. It's kind of like that military term collateral damage. That term collateral damage means the innocent civilians who are caught in the line of fire and injured. Well, sometimes our husbands are suffering collateral damage, or our children are suffering collateral damage because we're annoyed and they happen to be in the line of fire. So here's what I'm suggesting we do in that moment when we're feeling that frustration mount and anyone in our family is nearby. Pause. Just force yourself to pause for just a moment and do two things. First, remind yourself that your husband is not your enemy, that your child is not your enemy. Satan is the enemy here, and he's trying to push your buttons. He's trying to provoke you. In fact, 1 Peter 5:8 says, your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith. So realize the enemy is trying to push your buttons to goad you so that you would spew all over your husband and your children and they would suffer collateral damage. So resist that. And then secondly, claim two promises of God. I like to claim Isaiah 54:17. No weapon forged against me will prevail. Just claim that in that moment of frustration. No enemy formed by the enemy is going to prevail against me. And then secondly, Romans 8:28. For we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who are called according to his purpose. And so I claim that too. And I say, Lord, I know this is super frustrating right now, but make something good come out of this frustrating moment. Two thoughts that might carry you through so your husband and children don't suffer collateral damage.